What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Talking About Games. Today, I'm going to be going over Aggressive Inline. I played this game on the PS2, obviously, and I actually played it through my backwards compatible PS3. I hear some people have issues with that, like certain games have like bad textures and stuff, whatever. I didn't really have any issues on this one. I've been playing Silent Hill 2 a little bit, and there's definitely some issues playing that. Like, there's some clipping in, but that's not what this video is about. We are talking about this game today. I always have seen this game because I've been a big fan of like the Tony Hawk and like extreme sports games ever since I was super young. Tony Hawk was one of my like first games I ever learned how to play like pretty well. So, needless to say, I was pretty interested in this one. If you don't know, this one is basically Tony Hawk with rollerblades. This one came out right after Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and before Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, which is actually pretty interesting because some of the stuff in this game actually like later is implemented into Tony Hawk. Like, there's destructible environments. Like, there's a level where you like grind a boulder and the boulder like rolls down and like breaks and causes like the environment to change. And Tony Hawk kind of did that in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 with like the earthquake level, but it didn't do it a ton. Another thing is this one's more like open-ended. Previously all the Tony Hawk games were like 2-minute time limits, and it wasn't until Tony Hawk 4 that it was like open and you could do whatever mission you want. So this game actually did it before Tony Hawk 4, and yeah, you basically have like a list of challenges. Like, you have a score challenge, just like do gaps, take pictures, stuff like that. And you can do it all like whenever you want. And at the same time, so you're like, here's one of the examples of the changing environment. Like that one, now there's a ramp there because he knocked over that truck. So that's pretty cool. The other thing that's pretty cool about this game is like the way your stats level up. You actually have experience. I'm going to be doing a lot of comparison to Tony Hawk if you can't tell already, but in Tony Hawk you would find like stat points and you just collect them, and that'd be what level up your like jump, your grind, whatever. In this game you actually like level them up by doing them. So say you do a big grind, you're going to get experience points towards your grind stat, and I thought that was pretty cool. And again, Tony Hawk kind of ended up doing something like that, and I think Underground, where like you just kind of did certain objectives and would level them up, so that was pretty cool. The other thing that this game does pretty different that Tony Hawk doesn't do, and I mean I don't really like it, is up in the corner here you have this like juice bar, and basically you keep doing tricks to fill up the juice, and I actually didn't really understand it until I was like near the end of the game. I'd played it for like 4 or 5 hours, and I was on like one of the last levels. And I set my controller down to go do something, and then I came back and it told me I ran out of juice and I had to pay 100,000 points to like continue. I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So you kind of have to keep that in mind, but it's a pretty quick game, and like I said, I never ran out of juice really. Like, there's probably 2 times I ran out, and one of them was just from like me setting the controller down. So that was all right. I mean, I wouldn't think that they should like keep that if they ever would have made a sequel, which they never did. But what are you gonna do about it? I mean, it wasn't too much of an inconvenience, like I said. The other thing in this game, there's each level has like keys, and the keys actually unlock areas to different levels. So like, if you found a level in this level, or a key in this level, which is like the Civic Center, it might unlock another area in like the Hollywood level, where you can like enter something before and do certain objectives. And like, that was pretty cool. I only found a couple keys, and then you can also find like character tokens, and those just unlock pretty bland characters. But to be honest, I didn't know any of the like pro inline skaters. However, I'm not a big like fan of inline skating, so I'm sure the people that are pretty into it would recognize some of the names. But I just picked, I think like Chris Edwards or something. It was some dude. I just thought he looked kind of normal. The other thing is the music in this game. I'm a huge fan of the Tony Hawk music. Like, so many of the songs from Tony Hawk are like on my phone. I listen to them every day almost. But unfortunately, this game is a bit lacking in music. It has like Sublime. That was a pretty good one, and then there's like 2 other songs I enjoyed. But overall, I think there's only like 9 or 10 songs, and nothing like really stood out too much to me. I'm a pretty big fan of this type of music, like ska and punk and stuff, but only a few really caught my attention. Like, a lot of them sounded pretty cheesy, and you could definitely tell it's from like the early 2000s. So overall, I'd say this was a pretty good Tony Hawk clone. It's better than some of the other ones I've played, but I'd still probably pick Tony Hawk over this for sure. But it's definitely a nice change of pace. It takes a while to get used to, but by the end of it, I was pulling off some pretty big combos and stuff. So if you guys are interested in it, definitely check it out. It's super cheap, and it's on like PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. And I know it's pretty unique. There's not a lot of inline skating games. I know there's like Jet Set Radio, but that's a lot different than this. It's more like graffiti. So yeah. Also, the company Acclaim, they made this. They make some other extreme sports games, like Dave Mirra Pro BMX. They did that one, and so they have some good experience making these types of games. So definitely would recommend you checking this out for cheap. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably be doing some more on like other extreme sports games in the future. I'd like to eventually cover like most of mine. There's so many, like, you don't even realize it. Like, not only is there Tony Hawk, there's like BMX games, snowboarding games, inline skating games, just any extreme sports game that just kind of catches my interest because I've always been a fan of that kind of stuff. So if you have any like ones that you think I should check out, definitely let me know. I actually just picked up one. I think it's like Thrasher's Skate and Destroy, I think, or some. I picked up one skateboarding game that I heard is pretty good on the PS1, so might be checking that one out soon. So anyways, enough rambling. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. See ya.